Thank you so much for being with us, Darryll. Can you tell us your full name and how do you help clients?
My name is Darryll Stinson, and I help clients get booked and paid to speak by helping them find their signature story and figuring out what their mission and their message is so that they can get that out there to the world, to more people.
Awesome. Now, I met you in a Clubhouse room and you were talking about suicide and mental health.
Mhm.
So, can you tell our audience a little bit about what saved you from taking your life and what even led up to the circumstances of you even wanting to do that?
Yeah, so I'm a former Division I athlete. I played at Central Michigan University, Fire Up Chips, and I had a dream to play in the NFL. I was talented enough to do so. It wasn't a matter of if I was going to go; it's just a matter of when. And going into my freshman year, I got hurt. Had to have emergency back surgery before my left leg went paralyzed, and I essentially rehabilitated my body and developed an opioid addiction. Abused the healthcare system. Started selling drugs to cover my healthcare costs, all to come back and play the game of football. And I did so with some success. I managed to earn a starting position and was back on that journey to the NFL. And my pain just got too much. The opioids would no longer master. I had a permanent hunch in my back. And the coaches kicked me off the team for my opioid abuse. And I had to face the fact that I didn't know what to do next outside of sports. And so I imploded. I didn't know how to communicate my emotions, didn't know how to, didn't have any good mental health practices. Sports was my outlet. And so I just got depressed and ultimately attempted suicide multiple times. And I ended up in a psychiatric care facility in Detroit, Michigan. And it was there that I did a lot of inner healing, found my faith, and had a turnaround experience. And I came out of that psychiatric care facility completely transformed and changed with a mission and a passion to share my story. But I was insecure and I did not like my voice. I did not like my image. I did not like how I sounded. I would leave the room every time people would do icebreakers so that I could fake like I had to go to the bathroom and that they wouldn't call on me. And not only was I insecure, I literally sucked. I was not good. I couldn't put two sentences together. I've got ADHD, and so anyways, long story short, I learned from a lot of mentors like Les Brown, Eric Thomas, Roger Love, Lisa Nichols, Pete Vargas, Grant Baldwin, and just did everything they told me to do. And now, two-time TEDx speaker and able to be successful in 4 different industries as a speaker, and help other people do the same.
Wow, what a great story. And we're so happy that you overcame all that and that we get to hear your voice today. Now, in your Clubhouse bio, there are several offers that you talk about. So how do you generate leads from the imposter syndrome course, the free paid speaking leads, and the TEDx stage?
Yeah. So, the way you generate leads is, ABC, right? Always be like connecting with people. And so, a lot of people go ABP, always be promoting, but I just say ABC, like always be connecting. And so I just connect and add value. And, people read the bio, they look you up when you resonate with them. Sometimes I'll let people know to use a keyword if they want to access that resource. So if I'm in a room where it seems like that could add value and I know the culture of the room allows it, I'll say, hey, just text the word imposter to my DMs, or I have a text service as well. And either way, and we'll get you that access to that course, or text the word TEDx, if we want, and we'll get you access to the TEDx course. So that's the things that I do in order to service other people and help them.
Excellent. Now you have nearly 6,000 followers on Clubhouse. So my question is, how much time do you spend on it on the app, and what do you love most about it?
Yeah, what's funny is, when I first started, I was kind of like, yeah, I want to get my followers up. I want to connect with as many people possible. Now it's like I just love having the conversation. So my intent isn't to build my following base right now. I'm gonna go back into that mode because now that the Android users are on there and their phone are no longer glitching as much. I feel like we can add some value, and I would love to connect with them as well. So, I don't spend as much time on the app as I used to when I started to, because I got to like 4,000 really fast, and then I just kind of been coasting since then. But Right now I do a room every Friday with Andy Henriquez. It's on storytelling. Cashing on Your Stories, the club. And then I typically will do a Wednesday room around noon. That's every other week with David Stolman. I forget the name of the club, but it's all around getting into the college speaking industry. And then on Thursdays at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, I do a room with Elaine Powell, and she's in the UK, but we talk about TEDx and all things public speaking, really. But she's a TEDx curator. I've done too, and so we add value through speaking. So most of the rooms I'm in now are all around speaking, and then every once in a while I'll hop in an entrepreneur or a marketing room. So I just say when people want to grow on Clubhouse, get in and be the person that, number one, like you know the culture, right? If it's way more conversational and heart centered, get up there and share your heart and be vulnerable. If it's like quick, pitchy, 30-second, like don't be the person that violates the rules. And like it sounds so simple, but you'd be surprised at how many people just mess up the culture of the room. And so, get in there and just, ask intriguing questions. Ask something that would benefit the entire room. Ask something that's not typical. Like usually I say this, the first question that comes to your mind is probably not the best one to ask. If you sit there and pause for like 30 seconds and you say, what's a strategic question that could add a lot of value in the room? Look at the people who are on stage and their and what their bios are about, what they talk about. Ask them specifically about that. And I'm telling you, when you do that, it will be a much more meaningful discussion, and people will thank you because you asked the question that actually produced more value for the room, and then they want to follow you because they see you as a person that adds value.
Absolutely. What I love about Clubhouse is it's all about giving to others, and if people see value, then they will reciprocate. Now you wrote a best-selling book. Can you tell us a little bit about that book?
Yeah, my book is called Who Am I After Sports? An Athlete's Roadmap to Discover New Purpose and Live Fulfilled. If anyone wants to grab it, I just launched it like a free offer, thanks to like some donors. So you can grab it for free. You do have to pay for shipping. Literally, I promise you, we make like 3 cents per book. So it's literally free. It's not like I see some of the free book funnels and it's like $16.95. I'm like, I know it don't cost $16.95 to ship this. And so yeah, you can go to lifeaftersportsbook.com. But the book is set up this way. The first story is called What Happened. First story. The first chapter is called What Happened. And it starts with me laying in a psychiatric unit and screaming at a doctor that I just want to die. And I say what happened is that my sports career ended. Then I walk you through my 5 steps of transition called my athlete's transition roadmap. Now it's the stories I use are from athletes. I tell my personal story from my athletic experience, but the principles are transferable to anyone in transition. If you're transitioning from military, if you're going from job to job, if you're going from 9 to 5 to entrepreneur, if you're transitioning from military out, if you're transitioning from relationship out, these principles are going to help you shift from your past to your most powerful present in your future. And so the 5 steps really quickly are accept, where we talk about how to leave the past behind. It's 5 stages of grief on steroids. The second step is belief. It's all about mindset. If you can't believe, you cannot achieve. The third chapter is now that you've believe it and you've accepted it, like now it's time for you to discover what that purpose is, or who or what that like that driving motivation for you is. So it's 22 purpose discovery questions that I learned after 5 years of research. All of like purpose discovery, major world religions, Simon Sinek's Why, that type of stuff. And then the next chapter is pursue. Once you find it, you have to go after it. It's all success habit stuff that I learned that helped me become an elite athlete that can help anyone dominate their industry. And then the 5th step is about persistence, and it's primarily a mental health chapter on how do you keep going when the going gets tough, and how do you not burn out on the altar of success. And then the last chapter concludes with what really happened. And in there, I tell some unique experiences that happened to me while I was in psychiatric care facility. And so that's the outline of the book. And, I'd be happy to share it.
Awesome. Is that a copy of the book I see behind you?
It is actually.
It is
Yep.
very nice. Very nice.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
So I just want to say one more. Our last question is, where can people find you online if they want to get your book, if they want to hire you for speaking?
Yeah, just you can at Stinson Speaks is my handles, like everywhere on all social. Clubhouse, link, well, not LinkedIn is my name, but Clubhouse, Instagram, TikTok. Like you can connect with me any there. You can literally Google my name, a bunch of stuff comes up. Just make sure you spell it right. It's DARRYLL. and then Stinson is my last name. And so, yeah, they can just reach out to me. My information is all public. I'm very accessible. I respond to all my emails, and I'm very responsive. So I'd be happy to connect.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for your time, Darryll, and we'll see you in Clubhouse.
All right. See you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.